Okay, well, for all of you that asked me, are we really going to start just at 1:40, just like you said? And I said, of course we're just going to start at 1:40 like we said. Don't ask me anything in the future. That would be best if you want correct information. Our next panel is going to talk about social media and agriculture. We have Prock Jr., who's passionate about family, agvocacy, and building bridges connecting communities, father, husband, and second-generation farmer making milk and food to feed the world. We have Brent Boersma, whose husband, father, third-generation almond grower, loves music, outdoors, technology, running. Family has been growing almonds in California for 50 years. Mark Lathrop works as a community relations manager for the second largest lumber manufacturer in the United States. He communicates with public officials, county supervisors, and the general public in 10 Northern California counties. Please welcome the panel.
The couches for this. Normally I'm accompanied at these with Jeff Fowle, my partner in crime. Some of you may know who he is on Twitter or may not. I believe he's watching the live feed. Hopefully not, because we're a few minutes early. But the reason why we started using social media in agriculture was because we've gotten to a point where people are starting to ask questions about the food that they eat and how it's produced, and we felt that we needed to start answering the questions about what it is that we do and why we do it. Why are we organic? Why are we not organic? Why may we use GMO corn? Why may we not use GMO crops? In early 2009, the AgChat hashtag, which is just AGCHAT, was formed to have a weekly chat on Tuesday evenings, 5 p.m. Pacific time for 2 hours, centering around agricultural topics. Every third Tuesday, that's turned into food chat. And from that, a community has blossomed of agvocates, as we call it, which is shortening agricultural advocacy just into the one term advocate. And what we do is just tell our stories and answer questions and reach out to the people that have questions about the way the food that they eat is grown or way we may treat our animals, so we can counter any negative connotations of what it is that we do and basically tell our own stories in our own terms. Through this community, we built what is called the AgChat Foundation, which is a nonprofit that is to empower farmers to connect communities and use social media to build bridges and connect communities. The AgChat Foundation had a training conference this last year where we had 50 attendees that learned multiple levels of social media interaction with blogs, Facebook, Twitter, and through that community we've been adding more and more people. There's now an effort called the NoahCaliforniaFarmer.com effort, and through that effort these two gentlemen have come to fruition in addition to some work that Jeff Fowle has done and myself. And I would love for these two to tell their stories of what they've learned about using social media to build the bridges. And I'm not sure who wants to start, Mark or Brent, and we can go from there, and then hopefully we'll have a little bit of time for some questions afterwards. Go ahead.
Okay, I guess it's me. Excuse me. Again, my name's Mark Lathrop, and I work for Sierra Pacific Industries. Have been with the company for about 35 years. And about 10 years ago, we had a timber harvest plan in Calaveras County, which is not too far from here. And it turned out to be quite a controversial plan. And from that, a group formed, and at that time, we had a public relations firm down in Sacramento that told Sierra Pacific, you guys need to have some on-the-ground public relations people. So out of that, here I am today. And so what we started doing a lot of woods tours. We took various groups, whether it's chambers or school groups or everything from Rotary clubs to different environmental groups, etc. We were taking them for sawmill tours, for woods tours, and spending time out with them on the ground. And the common theme that we heard back over and over was that you guys have a really positive story to tell. You just need to get out there and tell it. And we struggled with that. I struggled with that. You know, you take a group of folks, 20 or 50 or however many the group, you know, the group size is, and you take them out on the ground and spend part of a day with them. They were impressed. And we just couldn't reach the number of people that we wanted to reach that way. So let's see, my social media experience starting about 5 years ago with MySpace, and then a couple of years after that, Facebook, and then about 2 years ago, Twitter, and most recently, I started a blog. And the way I got to where I am was actually through Jeff Val, and Jeff's probably watching right now. He's probably saying, yeah. But Jeff Val came to the Sierra Cascade Logging Conference and did a seminar. This was the year before last, and then he came back again this year and did another seminar on getting your message out through the use of social media. And at that time, I really started taking notice of the ag community and what they were doing. As Ray said, you know, getting positive messages out, telling their story. And all of a sudden the light went on, and I said, yeah, we can do that. And thus we started a blog recently, and my blog basically is experiences that I get to do through my job, interacting with the public and so on. One recent post was we got to do the Mythbusters show. I don't know how many people here have seen that. I'm sure quite a few of you have, but we got to blow up a tree on Mythbusters, so it was pretty cool. One of the things that I struggle with Twitter and social media is it seems to be, I'm 55, and I know a lot of folks that don't have anything to do with social media. So it's a little bit of a frustration there, but I think more and more people are coming around, and I think people are starting to realize that if you don't get on the train, you're going to be left at the station, because social media is here to stay, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And if you're not on the front end of it, you're going to be way behind. So anyway, I'm still a greenhorn at this point, learning every day. These guys have taught me a lot. Actually got to meet these two for the first time this afternoon. Have known them for months over Twitter, but today was the first time we actually met. So anyway, that's kind of a big part of it at this point. And one other thing, social media-wise, I wanted to introduce my wife, who I met on Match.com, who's back there in the corner. So it worked for us, and very happy. And anyway, I'll give it back to Ray.